Hi everyone, apologies, I got carried away placing dirt and grass. Won't be a second, just need to click on other things and off other things and then we can get going. Hopefully everybody can hear me. Won't be a second, just let me check the mic because, yep, looks like it's working. Oh, that doesn't look like it's right, so give me a second. What's going on? Don't know what you are. Oh, I know what you are, and you need to be a lot smaller than that. Apologies. I accidentally clicked on something on my OBS and made it massive. How's everybody been? Hopefully you all had a fantastic weekend. Just been finishing laying a little bit of grass down so we can start putting in some trees, etc. Let's grab some spruce trees and we had a little bit of yew. That's not what I'm looking for. There's some saplings. I'm going to need my axe because I want to make some pods all around where we're going to be decorating, and I still haven't come up with a good design for that yet. But we'll get there. Right. Just gonna... I'm probably not going to use the 2x2s, but I figure this is the quickest way to get pods all about. Then we'll chop these down. Well, as long as I can place things right. And then we can knock some of it out and place coarse dirt, etc. Okay, so that's all those I've got for the minute. So I continued working on the great dining hall, and I got that finished yesterday evening. So I will show you that in a second. Just want to grab some dark oak because we've got to do some doors as well. I've been putting off doing the doors. So while the trees grow... Now where are you? Here we are. And I want some black buttons. So this is how the dining hall ended up working out. And I used blocks to try and do some wall hangings. And when we do remove the light pack, it's at least not too bad light level wise. It's not brilliantly light, but it's not terrible either. So progress is being made. Options, resource pack, tweaks, done. So yeah, we now have a dining hall. Now I do need to figure out what we're going to build next. I used some dragon heads and some dragon eggs as well in the decorating. What I'm thinking next is round this side there's a little bit of a gap. I'm wondering about doing some private seating area kind of a room. But we'll figure it out. So I also need to do the pantry. Right. Well, we have some black stone. You don't do buttons, so why don't you do buttons? I was pretty sure Blackstone did buttons. Polished Blackstone. Okay. And stone, so it's got to be the polished variant. Well, let's go to polished. There we go. Nowhere near enough. I'm pretty sure we're going to need a lot more than that. Okay. So you need to disappear because you're going to be in the way. Going to need to do the same on this side. Because we all know my shulker commands to get underfoot. Right. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That'd be 4. How do I figure this one out? We'll see what we can come up with. Right. So that would be solid. Yeah, this one would be solid. Then we need to change it. That's not right. It can't be right. That's not going to work. Okay. Move you. We'll figure it out. We always do. I'm thinking if we do one half closed, so I can at least get the shape of it. The only thing I can think of, though I'm kind of tempted to change this to spruce. But let's get the shape first. Probably need to take you out. And I probably should have done the same further down. Here. Get rid of you. And we'd need to get rid of you. Stand out this way. No, it can't be. Because how would it swing open? It wouldn't swing open if there's blocks behind it. But let's start with that and then we'll go pillar up next to it and remove the blocks that are going to be awkward. And try not to face plant at the same time. Where are you? I had a bunch of scaffolding. I know I did. And yeah, I think I need to change this to spruce. Let's go up. Right. So that can't be there. Means those two need to be gone. Whoops. One way to try and get the blocks. Right. That would be there. Okay. Let's see if I can match it up on this side and grab the spruce to do it with. Where's the spruce? Nope, that's the oak. There's a spruce. So we're talking 5. 1. So that would replace you. Ugh. Nope. I'm struggling with this door. I think we're going to leave it. Because it's not working as a door. Wonder if I should do another portcullis thing instead. The problem is it really should have solid doors. Okay. We'll go. Looks like a lot of the spruce are working. They've grown, so I didn't realise how tall and thin these doors were going to be. Though I should have done, considering how tall they are, and they're only 10 wide from here to here. Okay. But I think it's something I'm going to have to play with and figure out, which isn't anything new. Right, so that should have given us a bunch of... It did. Awesome. So what's everybody been up to this weekend? The server came back up on Saturday, so had a bit of time for Minecraft. Right, so let's up. Which was good. I was happy to get that room complete. Every time I turned around, I Miss Mist. How are you doing? It's good to see you. Let's get this in place. A splat. Oh, I'm ticking along. I can't complain at all. I got the Great Hall done over the weekend, which is definitely a good thing. So that's one more room done in the castle. Still lots more to go, but we'll figure it out. I'm thinking that in the area that I haven't put the Great Hall in that section, I may put a kind of like an office seating, private area kind of thing. Let's grab those. As if you were had somewhere to have meetings off the dining hall, or just have a small area for private meals kind of thing, rather than the grand hall. Just getting rid of some trees that I used for the podzol. What have you been up to this weekend? Hopefully you're doing well. Oh, I missed a piece of wood. Because, of course I did. These trees have been very long and skinny with very few leaves on. That's all I can say. Not much. You did some baking yesterday in laundry. What did you bake? So it's good to get the laundry out of the way with as well. I must admit, I like this time of year when I can hang my washing out on the washing line to dry. That way it gets a fresh breeze through it. Just grab you. Okay, next tree. Garlic, and with onions, tomatoes and peppers. Not sure what that word is, to be honest. Won't be a second. Just going to look it up. Let's see what it has to tell me. So what are you? Oh, it's a kind of a bready thing. An Italian bread. Oh, that's cool. That's really nice when you can make your own stuff like that. I know my sister loves to make bread. I just never seem to find the time. I know it doesn't necessarily take a lot of time. Okay, thank you. Let's have a quick look. Ooh, that looks gorgeous. Yep. Yep, that looks really good. Let's go you and get rid of that bot. Because we don't like bots that try to sell viewers. Rather yummy and easy to make. Oh, that's cool. I'll have to look it up, the recipe, and see. Because that looks really good. I just need to get rid of some of these trees so that we can actually start designing the forest area. I'm not going to do too tall trees. I want to do the smaller variants. It seems to make more sense. That way, hopefully, things will feel a bit bigger. You can top it with nearly anything you want. Oh, that's awesome. The peppers and the onions sound like an awesome thing. Tomatoes are okay, but I have to be in the mood for tomatoes. What I've been making lately is organic chicken, mayo, sweet corn, peppers, onions, and bacon, and shredding the chicken and using that as a sandwich filler a lot because it's being that kind of weather. And it's also very nice with with stuff like chips or mash, and when I felt like something warm. Yeah, with ground black pepper. Plus, you can I can put it with salads if I feel like a salad. But I've been doing something similar with eggs and with tuna for a variant. When I've been in the mood for those. It usually lasts 24 hours kind of thing, so if I only cook a little bit of it at a time, it's really handy. But yeah, that bread looks awesome. I'm calling it bread, but you know what I mean. It kind of has that kind of texture that it is bread, yeah. It definitely looked like that kind of thing. But sometimes you see things and they end up being not exactly what you think they are. Then again, I made homemade mac and cheese for the first time the other year. Took forever, but it was really nice, rather than the packet variety that I'd had before. Not that I've had mac and cheese that often. We're almost done with the trees. Just 3 more. But we're getting plenty of spruce for it. Guess I'm not going to need to go buy spruce for a few days. Hiccuped a little bit. Let's rescue the saplings. We started off with a stack. We've got a stack and 12. Oh, hang on. I thought I only had 3 trees left. Ooh, we're going to need to repair the axe. The axe is almost dead. Splat. I missed the hole. What can you say? Let's put that in there, so, and I'll come and find it later. Hello, Mr. Villager. I do like that you can get 1 for 1 for the pumpkins and melons. How are we doing? We're almost done with the axe. There we go. And let's top the carrots up. There we go. All done. That didn't take long. Can I have the axe back, please? It's kind of cool that you get usually about a stack of spruce per 2x2, give or take. Getting a hiccup every so often. That wasn't good. What I'll do, we'll start working this area where we've got the podzol kind of thing, while some more podzol, I plant some more trees in that kind of area of the 2x2s to get more podzol while we're working on that bit. Right, last tree. For the minute. And I see I missed you. Better get it, otherwise I'm going to have UFO trees. And that's never good. Today's Elder Scroll update. You haven't played in a while? Yeah, I've been playing that as I'm recording that, but I've been playing it from the beginning, so it's going through Darshan, etc. way back to the original kind of base game. I'm trying to be careful not to get too close to the path so it doesn't interfere with any of my other blocks. So you've been having fun with it, or are you leaving it for now? And what's the newest update that they're doing at the moment, if you know? I had somebody comment on one of the VODs that I've been doing for, or videos that I've been doing for Elder Scrolls. We play on Xbox, and apparently you kind of have to purchase a monthly subscription for the crafting bag, which is a shame. They changed the way they update. Okay, that's cool. Hi, Fantabulous One. Good to see you. Let's grab these extra 2. That just gives me enough for another one. And we'll leave that there. Let's go grab some coarse dirt. I will need some of them afterwards. I don't need the podzol at the moment. We're making podzol, and we're going to end up knocking some of it out. Or empty. There we go. Coarse dirt. Let's just grab. You can go here. I should have some gravel. Right, so that gives me that. If I put normal dirt in, yeah, for Unlimited you need monthly sub, but you also get access to all DLCs. That's true, plus some extras. I know it's a case of I did that for a while, but I have all the DLCs, and it's a case of, apart from the newest ones, if you know what I mean. So it was kind of a waste just for the crafting space. Right. You know, I never did change the efficiency on this shovel. And this is going to drive me nuts. Let's go put an efficiency on. Efficiency. How much do I need for efficiency? I need 12 levels. Ten. 12. Do I have an ender chest in here? I do. Yeah, I'm just not sure how it works for the Xbox people though. Bless them. Where are you? Here we go. Get rid of you. But yeah, so I've been playing the Elder Scrolls from the beginning, and hopefully eventually I'll get to the newest stuff. Some of the newest stuff I haven't played at all. In fact, a lot of them I haven't. That's better. Well, I say it's better, but it's only kind of better. Sometimes it's taking out more blocks in just a straight line than I would like. Grab you. Do I, what? Yeah. For the Elder Scrolls, it's been a case I was trying to play them through in order. Like, this lot out. Do we want to put some dirt in? and some moss in. And then there's certain areas that are still just grass that I'm going to need to... And I'm wondering about putting a pond in somewhere. Have a little forest pond. Right. At least it's coarse dirt, so the grass won't overgrow it. And we'll see what we come up with. We'll need ferns and stuff like that, as well as the trees. I just want to get the ground in first before we start worrying about trees. Thank you for the Ravager, fantabulous one. Always makes me jump out of my skin. But that's what it's there for. How are you doing today? How did your weekend go? How's that going? Okay. Oh, mine wasn't bad. I got the great dining hall done. Which was great. It's definitely nice to get that completed. I need to... We're going to blend some grass in as well in a second. Switch to dirt. Trying to think what else to use to break it up a little bit. Well, I've got some moss, so we'll bring in some moss, because moss is a good plan. That way I can hide lighting in the trees. Where are you? The moss was here somewhere. I knew it was. I know I need to break up some of the green. Where's the moss? Oh, that's not quite right. Too big and square. I think there was a reason I hadn't put efficiency on this one. Just so I didn't knock out too many blocks at once. I'm going to switch to normal grass here. Pritzel. I think that's the thing, when I make it all solid, bits and bobs here and there, doesn't exactly necessarily work too well. Grab some more grass. So I think I just need to break it up a little bit more. Because I won't know how well it works, and welcome back, Miss Mist, until we start putting in some of the trees. Oh. Let's go back to coarse dirt. Pritzel. We'll throw the blocks in and see what sticks. Right. You kind of think you're getting there, and then you see big patches that don't look right. I think that might have been because I was trying to take a shortcut by putting that down the 2x2s to get the podzol. I think I went wrong there. Let's get rid of the axe. I think I needed to have formed the podzol and then put the stuff in. But you live and learn. We'll get it to look okay. Back. And where there's more green stuff, I can do fewer trees, as if the forest opened up a little bit. There's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't all have to be uniform. Right, so let's do the moss. I think we're going to do some coarse dirt there. So I am thinking about a pond. So I'm just going to put all these in here. And I'm going to grab a whole bunch of different types of trees. I want some oak. Some azaleas. Some birch. And single spruce. Well, that's not good. Well, you go away. I'm more interested. Looks like I have a spawnable spot. Right. Where I don't want the spawnable spot to be. We will. Let's go up here. There we go. No more spawnable spots. Right. So. Where did I hide? Oh, they're the dark oak. They're the cherry. Okay. Oh, just going to restart and then we'll see if I can remember where I put the saplings. I think I may have them up by the kitchen. So I think I used some as tiny decorations in some of the plant pots, as pretend herbs, etc. And what are you? Complete all. Complete all. Yep, that was right. Let's grab a drink while I remember as well. And try not to splash juice on my glasses. That's never good. 46 more seconds. Not too bad. How did Oblivion go? Did you enjoy it? Miss? I think I may have asked, but I can't remember. I'm terrible with that. Oblivion. Were you playing Oblivion? Or am I thinking of somebody else? You love Oblivion. Oh, that's cool. Right. I haven't played that one, so... Right, so let's see. What did I do? Well, there's pickles, but I don't need pickles. But I want to grab those because we need to light up the forest. Okay. Let's have a look here. Some fern. I want the ferns. Nope. Where did I put them? Okay. Oh, you haven't finished it yet this time. So this is how the Great Dining Hall turned out. For those who weren't around a little earlier when I was showing it. So it kind of worked out well, I think. And even without the resource pack, and the light levels dim, I think it worked okay. We have different types of chairs depending upon whether you're at the head table, the long tables, the smaller ones, yeah. It seemed to work well, did the ceiling, with the trapdoors, etc. Or the little benches. And we have a few little chandeliers. So each of the rooms are progressing. That's not what I'm after. So where did I put the saplings? I know I brought them up here. I think I need to tidy up my shulker monster so I can find things again. I'm pretty sure I used them in... Yeah, because I used some of them here. Okay, what did I do with them? Yeah, it's getting there. There's still a whole lot to do, but... And I keep jumping from this to that to other. Check these one more time. Then we'll go down to the storage. Because got those. But I don't seem to have the azaleas. And I know I have them. And the birch as well. Okay. That's one flowering azalea. I don't want the jungle, and I definitely don't want the dark oak. And I don't want the acacia. That's the normal azalea, which will give me oak ones. How can I not have birch saplings? And how can I not have flowering azalea? I know I have flowering azalea because I tested them by putting them in the plant pots and I didn't like them. I swear I have to be being blind. Flowering azaleas are there. Okay. Really hard to believe I don't have any birch at all. I'll have to go to the starter farms later and grab some. And it would help if I brought some... No, that was the thing. I can't see any. And I know I had some, but I'm not sure what I've done with them. But considering how many chest monsters I have, that's not surprising. I have a bad habit of sticking things in random chests. I'm thinking, oh, I'll pick them up afterwards. Thank you for the creeper explosion. Let's pan that one. Cause that one. Yeah, it should have definitely been earlier, especially as there was a creeper there. And there was flowering azaleas anyway. Okay, so we want a few of you. Those I can use kind of as oak trees, but... Okay, I was going to leave it, but it's going to annoy me. Hi, Ek. 46 months. Thank you for the resub. I really do appreciate it. How's your elbow doing, Ek? Hopefully not doing too bad. So let's go to the starter farms and we'll see if there's any spare saplings. It hurts, but at least it's staying to a point that doesn't keep you up. That is good. I'm glad it's easing off, but it'll be better when it doesn't hurt at all. In the corner. So yeah, we'll head to the starter farms, see if we can find some birch saplings and some oak saplings. See, I don't want mangrove because it's not that kind of an area. It's not a swamp area. I'm not, to be honest, I'm not sure about acacia. Purely because of the colour. And it is north. Because it's kind of like a forest on the top of an islandy kind of thing. Are you the starter farms? Yeah. I've got flowering azalea. Oh, we're not updated to that version yet, Ek. We're still on 0.1. Otherwise, I would have said probably yes. Right, so I want birch. Birch is over here. Are there any spare saplings? Okay. But what we'll do is we'll grow some trees that way. Saplings are easy to replace. Seems a fair trade. I use bone meal to grow them. They're still working on the server side of things first before we can update. I think they still haven't got all the plugins and everything else they need. Okay. These are all grown. What I'll need to do is come back later and chop a few to gather the extra saplings. Yeah, I'm not, like I say, I don't think this colour's going to go too well in the forest. It's one of the reasons I'm not sure about using the cherry blossom. I've used it in the patch that's cultivated as such, but not in the normal wooded area. It is, they've done a really good job of it, haven't they? Different floating islands with different resources on, so you can grab the bits you need to get going with and replant, and so that there's stuff there for others. They've even got the armour trims there, so you can just duplicate them. Which is awesome. Not sure if the rockets are going to get us right to the end of the tunnel. Let's be as economical with them as possible. I should have just used the end, as I usually do, as a shortcut back, but forgot. Oh, are we almost there? I do need to make it taller, yes. I do plan to, along with the plans for everything else. There's just so much to do. Grab the ender chest. You know what I'm like? I always bite off more than I can chew. One of these days I'm actually going to finish a project. Yeah, I stuck you all in here. Right, so you should be mossy. think some of the shops sell them. I did eventually. But it wasn't exactly finished, wasn't the mountain, because not everything was detailed at Minas. I need to really spread some moss this way as well. Like I say, nothing's ever been fully finished, which is a shame. Let's go. Make some space in my inventory. What have I got that I can move? Well, you can go there, so that gives me another. I just don't want these stuff to despawn. Right. I just want the forest a mixture of different types rather than just the one variant. Right, so now I want the flowering. Probably end up going to have to put more of them in, but I'll start off with some and see where we get to. Right. Okay. Okay, so you should have been the moss. Oh. I didn't want the trees to be as tall as the hill behind it. Okay. I'm not sure if there's going to be too many of them. Let's put you here. I think that one's a bit too close. Let's move it a little bit further away. Can you go this way? You can. More of you. And we'll see how it looks in a second. We can always chop out the ones we want. Oh, thank you for the sub, Fantabulous one. That's much appreciated. And then what I want to do is hide some of the wolf heads. So we can make some of the sounds in the forest. It's not too bad. The forest is pretty thick. A few more of those again. Let's see. I need to bring it down a little bit closer to here. Because I want this path to come down and go through the forest. The two toes are going to come out. Let's see how it looks like from above. What I do need to do is grab some moss. The lights. Got the grass. And the ferns. I put those away, didn't I? Silly Pendle. Right, so let's take you out. Because I know the torches, hang on, theoretically keep things lit. Well, that doesn't matter because that's going to have to change afterwards. some of this needs to be a bit darker. Okay, so we're going to have to move you because I can't have a light right on the edge. But any others? Okay. And you're going to have... that's not what I meant to do, but that's okay because it gives us another variant, and I think I may do a few more of those, even though that was completely accidental. It might be nice to have just the odd one or two, as if there's a pathway through. Nope. That showed the light, and I don't want the light visible. Okay, get rid of the light level overlay. We'll switch back to ferns. Little places like here where it's got access to the sky. What I need to do is grab some of the mushrooms as well. Because the plants would grow taller where they can see the daylight. And we'd have the mushrooms where it wouldn't. Okay, so let's... Right, so I've planted some mushrooms over here. And they should be spreading. So I can plant a few of these in this forest area. Give them the opportunity to spread a little bit. Right. So grab you. Some moss. See what bits I may need to change. I think with the trees in, it's looking better. Yeah, it's definitely getting there now that the trees are in. So I want you. I want you. I want... Now I can see where it's a bit more overpowered with green, or the grass, I should say, or the podzol. Okay, so you need some more. Right. You need some moss. And maybe some more podzol. And then when I do the normal cliff face, the question is, do I put some random flowers in? That I'm not sure of, but let's first of all go grab some of these heads and redstone. Let's put you down here so I can find you when I need you. It'll take me forever to find because that's the way it works. Because I need note block, waterlogged. Right. There's the note blocks. An angry wolf head. Angry of you. Got you. Want the water bucket. You want the skulk sensor. Got those. I'm not sure if there are different sounds or not. Okay. I think we're going to listen to them before I put them in. That way I know what they sound like. I went and did the killer bunnies. That one doesn't sound too bad. That sounds the same. I have a feeling the angry ones. similar but not quite the same. So that one sounds different than those two. Oh, I'm not very good at redstone, Dan. Somebody else gave me this so I could use it. And hi, welcome to the stream. But what are you trying to do? This one is just a normal wolf. Okay. Right. I need another bucket. Oh, let's put the kitty cat back on. Otherwise, we end up listening to that each time I move. Where are you? You're not what I need. Where are you? Okay. Could have swore I had some buckets. But we all know what I'm like. Where are you? There we go. Let's make a trip out to the stables because we have water in the stables. Oh, hang on. Don't we have some water? Yeah, we have some. That gives us 3. Like I say, I'll start work on that a little bit afterwards. But we need to bring the forest either side of this path. Right. And I haven't brought it down to the edge yet with the colour in. Okay, so I need some more stone. I'll grab a little bit of cobble just in case. So I want the sounds to be close to the path. Where are you? You're here. Right, so we need you. With a U. Actually, we're going to switch those around. No, we're okay. We'll figure it out. So let's put the black wolf on. Waterlog you. Then you? I put you away up here, didn't I? Because of course I did. Here we go. There we go. Then when I so I need to do something similar here. Grab them cobblestone. Then I want the skulk. Note block. I need to waterlog that, but I also need the grass to cover it up. Yeah. So we have a couple of them there. Let's see if we can put one further back in the woods, just in case. Hi Samaz, it's good to see you. Apologies, I just looked at chat as it came into chat. How are you doing? Also, and thank you for showing me how to do the sounds. Okay, so we've got a couple of those in. You're doing good, that's awesome. What do the parrots sound like? I'm wondering about some bird sounds in there. Let's put those away for a minute because I want to put those in other areas as well. Oh, frogs. That might be a good one to have. We'll keep one of the frogs. What do the bears sound like too? That just kind of sounds like a little bit of breathing. What do you sound like? Oh, so this one does a few different sounds. That's cool. Not sure I'd have a cat. What do the rabbits sound like? And the pigs. Wondering if that sounds more like a crickety thing than a rabbit. There's a parrot. Okay. Because you'd find wild boar in the woods, so what do you say? I'll have to think about that one. So we'll just work with those two for the minute. Right. I think I'm going to have to wait until I've got everything figured out tree-wise and so on before I start putting more of those in. So let's put them there so that they're safe. Here comes the phantoms. Let's go sleep. So I can at least reset the timer. And I haven't figured out how to deal with this door yet. Because I was thinking of originally having it swung open. But it didn't seem to fit in correctly if I do it half. Yeah, that's what I thought originally too, until I saw it look halfway across kind of thing. And then it didn't look too brilliant. Because of the way the shape is. Because it'd have to be kind of this shape. And half of that is very thin. And I don't want it solid because I want the door to be open. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking maybe I need to do what we did round here. With the portcullis. if you know what I mean. And I wonder if I could do yeah, it's just the kind of shape that... What I'm wondering is, as the doorway is so wide, maybe I do something like a portcullis-y thing on this one, and then back here on this one, just part way down as like a drop door, but it seems a bit weird. That's cool. So at least we know who to raid in a couple of minutes. Thanks for letting me know, Ek. I appreciate it. Yeah, so yeah, maybe a portcullis and a door. But let's grab the spruce. As well as the dark oak that we were trying. Where are you hiding? Then the thing is, would I have it swing outwards or inwards? He's going to be doing Minecraft. That's awesome. Because half of this doorway from here to here is 5. It'd be really weird. I wonder if I do a part and a part. But you wouldn't really expect it to be a bit and a bit because of the draft of what it would be like at the top. Because then I'd need to come out. Then it'd need to come and the next one would be here. And then it'd need to be like that kind of thing. If you see what I mean. So when you look at the side, the shape is really weird. So that's a bit I'm not sure on. But we'll figure that out next time. Yeah, I think the gate might be better. The portcullis thing. But we'll have a look at that tomorrow and see what we come up with. Let's see about raiding Tango / raid tech. And you guys have a great rest of your day. Strip spruce log better? You may be right. That's worth a try tomorrow as well, Samaz. Okay, so I will see you all later. Take care and have fun. Bye now.